Well, hey folks, it's John with Ozarks Backroads with you. We're not in the Ozarks today. We're out in the desert. We're down here in Big Bend National Park in southwest Texas. We're out on the mighty Tiger. We've brought the Tiger out here to ride in the desert, so we're going to do a little bit of that today. Right now we're at a trail that runs up in a valley, and we're going to go up into the mountain there and take a look at a rock. A balanced rock. We'll have to check this out. Stick around. So we're going to see how good the knees are today. That's going to be a pretty good scramble. I don't know how high it is up there, but it's high enough. I don't think there's too much more to go. But it's not much of a trail. A little loose. It's a little windy up here, but nice view off the backside. There's the Chihuahuan Mountains in the background back there. We're going to be heading over there later today. This is the trail we came up through the valley floor. Came up onto this with. It's just a beautiful place. Here's the rock everybody's excited to see. 2-mile hike up a mountain to see it, but I guess it's pretty special. Not a whole lot holding that thing up. That's a big old boulder. Whew. The mountain range here is called the Chihuahuan Mountain Range. So we're going to climb up, and there you can get a look at where we're going. We're going to climb up in those. There ought to be some things to see there, I would imagine. Big old mountain right here, without a doubt. The closer you get, the bigger it gets. Really pretty area. Another hairpin. Can't complain about the scenery. So they got a visitor center up here and a bunch of trailheads you can take off from the visitor center and go up in these mountains. Some hiking trails. And I believe the highest peak in the park is Emery Peak over here. And there's a trail that'll take you to the top of that one there. But it's a pretty good hike. Not something an old man's gonna do. Or not something this old man's gonna do. Put it that way. Beautiful. And this is the visitor center. Looks like they got plenty of visitors. And they got a little store there. Get you some groceries maybe, or whatever you might need. I might take a picture of that. Big old rock. That's an interesting pile of rocks right here. Just made them a little teepee of rock and left it. A lot of up and down right there. Some really sharp needles right over in here. That reminds me of the needles in Custer State Park there in the South Dakota, at Custer, South Dakota. 51, oh shit, there's a bear. Did you see that? Yee! I'm glad he was going the other way. That's why the car stopped in front of me. Good sized bear too, a lot bigger than the ones we have in the Ozarks. That thing was pretty big. Big by my standards. We're out in the Chihuahuan desert here at Big Bend National Park. We're headed down to Santa Elena Canyon, which is a canyon that the Rio Grande has cut through a mountaintop there, and We can walk up in that canyon, take a hike in there. It should be pretty cool. It's supposed to be a pretty impressive sight to behold. So stick around, we'll check out St. Helena Canyon here in Big Bend National Park on a beautiful fall day. Tell you what, this desert sun out here, it's not playing around. Even, what are we at, the last day of October here, this is Halloween. And this sun is serious. The air temperature's wonderful, it's not hot. But boy, when that sun gets on you, whoo! All right, here's something right here. This thing was built many years ago, and the old boy that built it raised a family of 5 in this thing. They've covered it up with the tarp to kind of protect the roof, and you can't even stand up in it. They used fence wire to hold it together and branches for a deck. I don't know what they had on top of that to shed water. You got to get down and crawl. How could you raise a family of 5 in here? He built it up against a rock. That's the back wall, big rock. And just rocks and adobe mud, or just mud for mortar. Hold it all together. This is the rock that's the back wall. He built it right up against this rock. There's our destination. Canyon we're going to go up in. Lunas Jackal. Okay, it says he built this jackal and lived here until 1947, when he died at the age of 108. So I don't know what year it was built. If he was 108 and he died in 1947, this thing was probably built before the turn of the century. So I guess he wasn't an elaborate man that liked to show off. Just got by the best he could. Ah, we got a wash. The big one. Crap, that was an animal. I don't know what it was. A dog or something, coyote. He was going the other way, so I guess we're all right. Well, we've made it to the canyon here. See if we can figure out where the trail is at and how to get into it. We got to get over the river somehow, so let's go check this out. Well, here's the Rio Grande coming through the canyon here. All right, we've made it up in here a little ways. Had to do quite a bit of climbing, get up the river bank and up on the canyon wall, but I believe it's worth it. We're up in here a little farther. This thing just keeps going and going. There's a nice look up into the slot there of the canyon. Big old wall of rock runs down through this river valley, through the canyon here. So this little road right here along the river's been here a very long time. There's some there at Gastelone, there's an old trading post built back in the 1850s. Along this route, along the river route right here, so sitting right on the side of the road. Right here it tells about this old boy that built these rock houses. It says he moved in here in 1913, built these structures in 1914. And set up a little farm and got busy with it. We'll take a look at his old houses, see what's left. Here he is with a pretty nice catfish he's pulled out of the Rio Grande there. And down here he's on his horse in town. Well, actually that's a mule, I'm sorry. Let's take a look at his houses over here. They're what's left of them. I'm guessing the R value is not real good on these rock walls. It might have been cold. Cold in the winter and hot in the summer. Got some mortar in there though. Hold them together. Looks like there's adobe in there too. Let's see. I guess they just packed the walls with mud for insulation. So that'd be better. And then looks like most of it's came out of the walls here. They did a nice job on this. Man, that's a lot of rocks. There's the mud they packed into the rocks for insulation. Still in there. Got straw in it, grass. Pretty hard. Man, what a view. Look at this backdrop for the house. Here was his house, and here's what he had to look at in the morning. Every morning when he got up, he got this view. We are in search of some hand-dug wells, or some dug wells, it said. Dug out wells to the left. I believe that's it. Man, oh man, we're going to be walking in flat desert if it's a trail out to it. Oh good, it's a road. I'll take a road any day. A road's definitely better than a trail. You gotta walk on a trail or hike. I just want to see the cool well. I don't want to hike. There's something I haven't seen. Looks like a palm. Some sort of palm tree over here. Yeah, that's some kind of a palm tree. It's got palm nuts on it, or some kind of nuts, figs or something. Huh. If anybody knows what that is, let me know. It looks like a palm tree or a fig tree or something the birds would really like. Big. We'll have to go check this out on foot. See where that water's coming from. What a disappointment. I was hoping we'd see some hand-dug wells. There's the well. And then they got the windmill on top of it. Up here. So that's a long drive for not much. I'll tell you what, the view. Whew, you can't argue with the view. I'm gonna head back towards base camp. We're quite a ways out here. I need to stop and get some fuel. We'll head back by these mountains one more time. Look at all this prickly pear cactus growing out here. Well, let's hope the pumps are working. We just pulled into the camp headquarters here at Rancho Topanga Campground. Now this is tent-only campground. It's really nice. There's no electric. They do have water. They got bathrooms, showers, everything you need. And they don't allow generators, no noise. So it's right down my alley. So here's some of the little trails up to the campsites. Pretty nice. Not too shabby. Looks like we got a fresh bunch moved in here today while I was gone. And then this is one of the bathhouses. There's 3 showers and I think 3 bathrooms on the other end of it. And then they got wash basins you can wash your hands in on the other end. So that's pretty cool. This is mobile camp headquarters right here. I'm sitting up kind of up a little bit. We'll take a look at my view here. This is what I see when I come out of the tent every morning. See the mountains through there, so yeah. So this is camp headquarters right here, the mobile headquarters. That's been the headquarters for several years now. All right, well I got a hot burrito right here in this box, so it's time to eat dinner. I'll catch you in the morning.